All right, I got you, Samantha. I got you for part two. So yeah, as I said, I was in the hospital, and the white lady, she said she had some head trauma, so I had to sit down and wait in the room where they reserved for people that had COVID or had previously had COVID. We had like a own individual room that we had to chill in. So after they got the lady in, my name got called again. So I go. They noticed that my vital signs were like abnormal. They noticed that my pressure was ridiculously high, right? And I told them that I had like a sore throat and whatever. So they did what they had to do, but they're like, we're gonna have to check your blood pressure because it's ridiculously high. But then I noticed that the pain started to kick in again, and they're like, we're not going to give you Tylenol because we need to know what's going on with you. So now, they're like, okay, we're going to check out what's going on with you, if it's your appendix or whatever. So the doctor's like, do you think you're pregnant? I start laughing. And I was like, pregnant? I'm like, I got my tube side. Like, no. He's like, well, there's women that can get pregnant while their tubes are tied. I start laughing. I'm like, why would I waste my time? I was like, no, I'm good. Right? He said, we still got to check it. It's protocol. I said, okay, cool. So then I go into the room where they do the blood work, whatever, and I do it. And anybody that's a nurse that ever took my blood, my veins are ridiculously annoying. So she had to go back and forth for a good like 6-7 minutes until she found like a good place to do it. So once she does it and like she gets the blood, she's like, okay, you're gonna have to wait in the waiting room for your results or whatever, right? And also the doctor's gonna want to see you. Okay, cool. So now I'm waiting. As I was saying, I was waiting, and then the nurse comes and she calls my name, and she said the doctor wants to see you. So I go on the bed. He's there checking me. He feels like a little, you know, little hardness on my stomach, and he's like, "Well, I just want to let you know that you're pregnant, and you are literally 7 weeks along." I'm looking at this man like, what? He's like, well, we're gonna do an ultrasound and we're gonna figure out if it's growing on your ovaries or if it's growing the way it needs to grow. Because sometimes when the baby's growing, it tends to put you in a lot of pain. So me feeling dumbfounded was like, what? I'm what? I'm who? So I'm literally trying to grasp the fact that this man just told me I'm in 7 freaking weeks pregnant. Mind you, I didn't tell the freaking dude at the house that I was breeding, right? But I'm like, let me figure out if this man is on the same page as me, right? So I go now, and I'm still like in shock of what this man told me. He gave me pills or whatever, um, for the pain. But I was like, okay. He's like, well, if you're gonna keep it, you're gonna have to see, um, you have to go see your OB and all that in like a few weeks and stuff like that. I was like, I ain't doing all that shit. So now I go back in the waiting room because obviously I need to get home. I call this man. This man takes forever and a day to pick up. So I go, okay, I'm done now. Um, can you come pick me up? The man's like, why do I have to pick you up? Why can't you take an Uber? Why can't you take an Uber? He's like, I'll pay for the Uber. Just take the Uber home because I'm going out. So he's like, did you get the results or whatever? And I said, yeah. And I was like, yo, I said, how would you feel if I found out I was pregnant? This man goes, you better not keep it because I don't want no kids with you. Excuse me? So I was like, excuse me, I didn't hear you. Okay? The man goes, I said, if you are pregnant, I do not want you keeping that child. So me feeling the way I was feeling at that moment, I started to laugh and I was like, yo, no, he didn't say that. He just said it was a stomach ulcer. I lied because the man literally just told me he didn't want to have a you with me. So why am I gonna tell him I'm pregnant with him? So I was like, well, he gave me medication and I'm gonna have to take it for the pain and whatever. The man said I don't care. He's like, I don't really care. He's like, what do you want? And I said, well, I need to get home. This man literally cussed me, cussed me, cussed me. He's like, this is why I say I can't deal with women, because they know when I have things to do, they come up with a whole bunch of ways to freaking ruin everything. Mind you, I didn't plan to be in pain. I really didn't plan to be in pain. But the man was vexed because I wanted to go home and you're using my freaking car. Like, it's not even your car. And plus, I put gas in my car, so I don't understand. Just come pick me up. So, as I said, me and him are going back and forth. And he's like, whatever, I'm going to come pick you up. Just make sure you're ready. Yeah, if you want to hear part 3, let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't watched the first one, go check it out. Peace.